Because I just
Reselling Raiders roll. Reselling Raiders, treasure we chase. Hathouse fired up, coaching the race. Vintage hat shirts, golf gear supreme. Raiders of resale, living the dream. From whatnot to eBay, we score the loot. Vintage finds in every pursuit. Tips to cash in, stories so grand. Reselling Raiders, rulers of the land. Reselling Raiders, treasure we chase. Hathouse fired up, coaching the race. Vintage hat shirts, golf gear supreme. Raiders of resale, living the dream. Tune in, hear the lore. Reselling Raiders, always more.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Reselling Raiders podcast, live from the Hathouse. I'm Hathouse, joined by Coach Porch and Fired Up Finds.
I look like I'm drowning right now.
We've already started the discussion before y'all got here, so it's going to be really interesting because we're going to talk about getting burnt out. Do you guys ever get burnt
Deb.
out? It's been pretty lively discussion already that we've had about it, so we definitely want to deep dive into that a little bit more. And as always, we thank everyone out there at Podcast Land for making us the number one podcast, reselling podcast with an E on it. We really appreciate that. Get your podcast wherever you get your podcasts, on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon, wherever you can get it. Download it, leave us 5-star review. We'd really appreciate that. And then put the thumbs up on this video right here and give us a thumbs up because it's ad-free. And all the new episodes are ad-free because we always have a new sponsor. And this week's sponsor is FanDuel. We wouldn't be a proper podcast without having FanDuel as our sponsor. Because if you're a degenerate gambler who's already hawked your vintage hats for latch-ditch parlay, we've got the fix for you. August and the NFL preseason is kicking off, and only the real degenerates are on the digital roller coaster of hope, betting on preseason flops, fantasy football, or even a special prop bet that we have on FanDuel right now on how many F-bombs will be dropped by no other than Fired Up Finds. Do you give the over-under about 2.5?
Oh, I'm over all day on that.
Yeah, I would be too. Our own degenerate gambler, Fired Up, Mike once wagered his entire death pile on a Jags game and lost. So, FanDuel, where degenerate dreams crash and burn with style. So don't blame us when you're begging for more Bolo tips to bail you out. FanDuel, we appreciate you.
FanDuel. More of a hard rock guy myself, but we'll have you on board.
Team.
I feel like Coach, you're probably the biggest gambler out of all of us, right?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Steven, are we missing the little chat on the bottom right-hand side?
We could fire up the chat.
Let's fire this chat up real quick, dude.
I
We
got
got
a lot.
we got a lot of shit to talk about.
You can't see the sidebar?
Deb! Samantha, Mamantha, Brandon.
Yeah, we got Deb, Samantha, Brandon, Quirky, Quest Treasures, all in the chat. We appreciate you guys being here.
Welcome in.
And don't forget the
Brandon. He hired a makeup artist to make him look clean on the screen.
Heck yeah.
How do you get that red glisten? Is that from the Jacksonville Sun?
Well, dude, listen, we've been doing boat training the last couple of days, so I've been out in the water, getting after it.
A little sun reflection.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget, guys, the memberships are live, and you ask, what do you get for a membership? You get in the weekly drawing every week, for sure, guaranteed. Don't have to be here. You're in it. We appreciate all the members that we have so far. You also get awesome emojis in the chat, and we got some other things that we've been talking about. We're going to add to the memberships. But then you ask, what's the giveaway this week?
What is the giveaway this week?
What is the giveaway, dude? I'm definitely joining.
I printed the thing that you didn't know that you needed. You need this in your life more than you.
Shit. Yeah.
My 3D print, you guys know I kind of have that little side hustle too. But check this bad boy out. I think I've showed it on my Instagram once. Do you know what this is?
Is that a beer carrier?
It is a drink carrier. Have you ever got that little flimsy cardboard thing and then spilt everything in your car or all over yourself? Check this out. A drink carrier that it's indestructible, really, and you won't ever spill anything. You can take these handles off if you want to, but it also
actually pretty legit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm telling you, this thing is badass. Whenever you have to go to McDonald's and pick up 6 things and 6 drinks, you can add this little extra carrier on the side right here. You can put your French fries in it right here. This is the coolest thing I've ever 3D printed right here. I'm telling you, it is legit.
Hey, how do you have to download templates, or did you draw that shit out yourself, or how in the world?
I didn't draw it. No, I did. If you go on to you have a Bamboo printer. If you go on the Bamboo website, they have cool stuff like this all the time that you can find what you want. You can print it out yourself. But we did DoorDash just because I like to do almost every side hustle just to try it since I kind of have time. And we did DoorDash for 2 weeks. And this thing right here was an absolute lifesaver for DoorDash. Uber Eats, it's awesome. You'll definitely.
You recently DoorDashed?
2 months ago, maybe. 2 months ago. Yeah.
Mike, here's the plan. You and I have to buy 3D printers, and then we got to have a whole new pod about 3D printing.
You could talk about this type of stuff, cool 3D printed shit all day.
And we'll bring stuff, and we'll go.
Hey, what did that one run you, Steven?
I was all in about $750, $800.
And then, are the materials incredibly expensive?
No, it's a pain in the ass to work on when it goes down. I mean, you might spend 30 minutes to an hour tinkering with it if it gets clogged up, or you got to make sure that the filament stays dry. And if you got to make sure there's just a lot of little things that can add up the time to keep it going. But is definitely worth it. I made my money back on the hat shapers. Definitely it's paid for that machine. But also just making cool little stuff like this. I love it.
Yeah, that thing's awesome, dude. Jesus.
So that's the giveaway. And I'll ship it to you. Yeah, I thought so. Everybody wants
out of the box. You know what I mean, dude? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That was sweet. Rob jumped off the porch with his cup. His cup last week's pod. Your 3D printing shit on this week's pod. I got to freaking come up with something sweet for next week's pod.
I'm sitting here looking around what do I have for next time? And I don't know. Maybe this.
Oh wow,
dude,
that's a Batman desk lamp.
Yeah, it's actually mine. So that won't be it. That won't be it. Trust me.
It sounded good though.
It
did sound good.
It did. That's the level we're getting to now.
Y'all pick up a 3D printer. It's definitely worth it. I
need to find one at the flea market for $5, dude. I do, seriously.
That would be the last one that I would get.
Did we get any bins time in this week or what?
Of course. We went to the bins. I got some Bolos for the bins.
Where do you think you got the filament for that thing?
Yeah, dude.
The filament it's really $12. This thing probably costs about $10 in filament to make, but it's the time. It probably took 12 to 14 hours.
Damn.
They probably printed overnight, didn't it?
Yeah. I printed it. It probably took 8 hours for one piece and then 4 hours for the other piece. So it's really more the time that your printer is busy and all that time you're putting on it. But what else did I get at the bins? We surely got something cool.
and it just jumps out to you? That's not one of the Bolos.
Well, I was trying not to ruin my Bolos.
Well, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. We'll talk about it later. You know, sometimes like things won't be Bolos, like maybe a Scotty Cameron putter that you find, or you know, whatever it is.
I know one that's not on the Bolos. These little blow up ducks, like for duck hunting, duck decoys. They were just called blow up ducks. I had we blew them up, but like 2 of them were flat, so I didn't get. I probably could have sold it for like $30 or $40. But I sold them for 25 since like 2 of them were deflated. So there you go, blow up ducks.
Yeah.
There you go. Awesome find.
Have you ever picked up those ones like those like the wooden ones or whatever? That have you ever?
I look for them, but yeah, duck decoys in all flavors, shapes, and sizes.
Yeah.
They sell,
especially if they have like the artist signature on the bottom.
Right.
Those ones can sometimes go for like some really good money.
For
sure. Dude, that's awesome. What'd you do today? Or like, what'd you do this week, Rob?
Man, I would be honest with you. It's been a nightmare week at work. So I've just been putting out fires from, see how I use your thing there?
I see what you did there.
Putting out fires from like 6:30 in the morning until I tell everybody to F off.
Well, listen, dude, it's not easy being the boss. You know what I mean? It's not easy steering that ship.
What'd you find, Mike?
I will say.
Dude, bro, you want to see my office real quick? Everybody want to see my office? I put it on the close screen because it's so wrecked in here right now, dude. I was too embarrassed. But, like, just look. I mean, there's just, like, so much stuff, dude. There's cassettes over there. Are you going to ship
that TV?
Yeah, I'm going to ship that TV, dude.
Dude, you're crazy.
Dude, it's like a $120 TV, and it works. And it sells like that.
So crap.
Want to know the best thing that I found this week that's not a Bolo? If I said this to both of you, if I said the fastest way to print money in the reselling game, what item would you say?
I thought we settled on TI-84 calculators.
Boom, found it.
Found one.
Got the TI-84 Plus at the flea last weekend. I haven't even. Yeah, it was for some like a couple bucks. Stupid I actually paid like. I think I paid like. What did I pay $5 for it? I think. I haven't even listed it yet because I wanted to make like a little Instagram short and then like post to Instagram short like maybe 30 minutes before I actually listed it and do like some kind of like if you're the closest to guess the amount of time that it sells from listed to sold. Like, you know, I'll give you something or whatever. I thought that'd be a cool little, like Instagram post. So
33 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't listed it yet.
It's going to depend on what the reward is because I might just buy the damn thing and then guess.
yeah. It's got
purchase. I took 2.5 minutes to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, what do I win?
Yeah, it can't be anything like super crazy, huh? But yeah, it was a good week per usual. Just been busy, but freaking I had the whole weekend off, so I'm stoked about that. I got Saturday and Sunday, so I'm gonna be hitting it super hard this weekend. I don't know about you guys. I know we talked like the whole summer, like the whole friggin' summer slowdown thing, especially kind of like maybe a month or maybe 2 months ago when Amanda and I were kind of, you know, friggin' cross-pollinating the certain stuff that we look for, that she looks for specifically, and I do, or whatever. And I'd say over the last like probably 2 or 3 weeks, dude, like we've gotten completely back to even better than it was before. Like,
awesome.
Yeah, I mean we're sitting at. I mean, yesterday we probably sold 12 things. Today we sold another 10 or more. Every day we've been like hitting 10 plus, and like good ones too. You know, not just a whole bunch of $10 stuff, but there's been some good like $80, $100 things that are dropping in there. So, yeah.
How long is it going to be before one of you goes full time then?
I mean, she pretty much is full time. You know what I mean? Like she pretty much is full time. It's what she does when I'm at work, and you know what I mean? So like she takes care of all the shipping, like a vast majority of the listing. You know what I mean? Like really the thing, like,
is that why my shirts are always folded so nicely?
No, dude, I do all the whatnot stuff. But
okay.
I basically just do everything. Well, I do a lot of the sourcing for eBay, I would say, and not basically, and all of the sourcing for whatnot. But as far as like shipping and listing and stuff like that, she pretty much does all of that. And she sources plenty as well. Just like, I love being out there. So.
Well, she must do Steven's box because my shit from whatnot comes rolled up in a ball.
Dude, you're so crazy, dude. I can't even believe you would say that. Dude, I fold your stuff so nice. And it's not my fault that freaking Jimmy, your UPS driver, is freaking launching.
Well, I don't want to, I don't want to
dude.
be on here telling everybody your secrets where, you get a little nice handwritten note with a piece of chocolate.
Yeah, dude. Dang. I'm always trying to drop in some extra little goods and stuff. I try. So, yeah. I did get Rob. I did last weekend pick up I got 50 or how many did I get? 40 some odd vintage golf hats, dude. Like, I'm telling you right now.
Didn't you send me a picture of those?
Oh, did I?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I forgot. But like, dude, there's so many cool ones in here, dude. Like, freaking, look at these, dude.
Yeah. Insane. They're the ones that I told you have to. Yeah, they're the ones from Tokyo and everything. I told you needed to give me a price.
They're straight up dead stock, dude. Like, look at these.
I saw them and I said,
"Are you going to run those on whatnot?
You need to send me a price for those."
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, listen. The price will be cheap for you, dude. So
just the Japanese ones.
Are you gonna run the others on whatnot?
Dude, they're all Japanese, dude. The lady, so the guy that I bought them from bought them at an estate sale where she was a Japanese professional, women's professional golfer. And she was Japanese.
Yeah, I saw the ones that we were
like
talking
this
about.
One. I know. Is it Shanghai's in China, isn't it?
Shanghai's in China.
Yeah,
there were 4 Japanese ones. The others were from the Asian rim, but
the Asian, yeah, they're all Asian. But yeah. So that was fun, dude. There's a lot of cool ones.
Hey, Donnie, welcome in.
Big Don, what's up, dude? I still haven't opened up your box that you sent me, dude. It's been sitting in my garage for 2 weeks.
Hey, that's nothing. I got packaging from you and hathouse sitting in my storage from like 5 months ago.
Oh, dude, that's literally so funny. That is literally so funny, dude. Oh my gosh. So what's up? Steven's over there with a freaking smirk, dude. He's got some shit going on, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Deb said she wasn't prepared to see her own pic. Deb, you got a beautiful face. So I think we should plaster that thing up there more.
There she is.
That's the face of an angel right there.
So what you don't sell to Rob, are you gonna whatnot them?
I'm whatnotting everything. I guess I'll probably sell Rob the freaking Japanese ones. Those ones are sick. I might keep one of them for whatnot or something like that because I think they're pretty sweet. But I mean, Rob is my boy, so I don't know what they're worth, dude. You tell me what you want to pay for them, dude, and I'll send them to you. I don't give a shit. But yeah, all the rest of them, there's the whole. I mean, some of them are dead stock. I mean, there's a whole bunch of like just crazy ones that nobody's ever seen before. So
low ball offer incoming.
Yeah, dude, this guy's gonna be like, well, dude, what about $7 each shipped? Like, what, dude?
Yeah, shipped, absolutely. Deal. That's a deal, Mike.
You've heard
$7 Rob, shipped, that's a deal.
I gotta dilute that shipping cost.
Yeah. $7 shipped.
A dilute.
Bro. Dude, this guy's got more money than God.
Matter of fact, Mike, I'm gonna send you a label to ship with.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Donnie said to ship him in a poly bag, dude.
Because I sent Donnie the same picture I sent you guys.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Were there hats in there or shirts?
I was a Bad Birdie hat.
Oh, Bad Birdie hat. Yeah.
That was the tag that was on the Bad Birdie hat because the damn thing's brand new.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta love that. Did you see do you guys follow Rendered on Instagram?
I do, but I probably didn't see what you're talking about.
Did you? Oh, you didn't. So I think he got back-to-back hats and like good, like high dollar hats. There's like a shark tooth and some other shit in there. And back-to-back hats in poly bags. So he made like a little clip on Instagram of him. He had them laid out on his garage floor and he was doing like a pogo jump, like stomping on the hats or whatever. It was funny. Like he was jumping on grails too. I was like, damn, dude. I wrote him. I was like, you're a savage. He's like, I just wash and reshape them. It don't matter. I was like, yeah, it is funny though. If you're selling hats, boys, do not send those in poly bags. Like a lot of shit can go in poly bags. Hats are not one of them, unless it's like a
the last time
unstructured bucket hat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, last time I got a bag, I followed Donnie's lead on that, and I put it on Instagram and called him out. So that's enough.
Yeah,
it's enough of this shit.
Because
it was this one. That bag was bad.
Yeah,
it was really bad, and I was like, these hats are ruined. There's nothing I can do with these.
Yeah, it's definitely a step below that guy sending me a shoebox or whatever that was, that Starbucks Keurig box with a giant hole in it. I was like, no, that wasn't a shipping hole. That was a manufactured.
That was
hole.
A coffee Starbucks.
Yeah, dude. I was like, bro. I was like, who does that? I mean, listen, I get it. I ship in some sketchy boxes.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But all the boxes that I ship in are like, you know, they're not like destroyed. They're meant to, you know, be closed up. So,
yeah. Well, Rob was talking about being burnt out, and he heard a good discussion about it. And we started talking a little bit about.
Let's clarify this. Let's clarify it. Hold on. I'm not talking about me being burnt out. I heard a conversation some other resellers were having about burnout and what they were talking about, what keeps you going to avoid that burnout. Because there's plenty of people that do this, that do get burnt out and say, that's enough, I'm done. Right? We've all seen it. We've all bought the, hey, I'm getting out of this game. If you want to buy my whole inventory and I give it to you for $4. We've all been there and bought that lot from fellow sellers. And, you know, if you haven't bought it, you know somebody that has. So
yeah, Steven passed on one a handful of months ago.
Yeah. Well, the question was, what keeps you going?
I have to pay my bills. I don't have as much. I mean, I guess if I was burnt out, I would have to be looking for a real job. I'd have to be.
Well, I would say, aside from the necessity for the income in your position, what keeps you going? Because I can probably answer the question for you because I see it just in the conversation tonight.
Like you're talking about the enjoyment factor, like what keeps you enjoying? I think
part of what keeps Steven going is doing and like this is what you were bringing up earlier when we were talking offline. Steven's battle against burnout is him doing different avenues now. Because I believe the three of us had a discussion at one point where just the hats was starting to burn you out a bit.
Yeah. And
then you've come across all these different avenues that have opened up for you, and I'd say the past 3 to 6 months. That you can see the
definitely
sparks.
like to figure out processes and how to do things on different things. That keeps me from burning out. That's probably true. I like to just if I get something down, that's when it gets boring. Like the hats, I love finding great hats, but it can be a little bit monotonous doing the same thing over and over again. So
yeah, once you know it so well, you know what I mean? And like, I mean, dude, you've sold, how many hats have you sold? 50,000 or something like that, right?
50,000 hats, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, after 50,000 hats, like you're gonna come across hats that you've never seen before, but it's not very often.
Right.
And if they are the ones that you haven't seen before, it's normally because they're like, the random, Debbie's 50th birthday custom hat. You know what I mean? They're not like, there's not going to be a lot of those like real crazy bangers out there that, you just have never seen. You know what I mean? And like when you know things so well, you know what I mean? It's like the it's like the journey or whatever. I guess that's the fun part,
Yeah, I still like finding cool things that I haven't seen before, but I like just trying to figure out other avenues. And there's only so many. I don't know. I guess if I switched it up too much, though, I'd have to like change my whole inventory process, which I don't really want to do. And
you have to change your whole brand too. Your whole brand is literally Hathouse.
Yeah,
that's your brand.
I think I figured out the name though. I think it's going to be, what was the name? House of
Big
Bud.
House.
House of Buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have like
totally doesn't sound like you're selling weed. Totally does not sound like you're selling pounds and pounds of weed out of your Oklahoma humble abode.
We could open up a corner shop and a bud shop.
I did try to get, when Maryland passed a law, just before they passed the law, I did try to talk my wife into that.
Opening up a kratom shop?
Kratom.
Yeah, there's one right up the street. 21 and over, baby, legal here in Maryland. So I got a Starbucks. And right next to it, I got a weed shop.
The weed shops are everywhere. There's more weed shops than Quick Trips in Oklahoma.
They're just printing money.
You think so? There's never anybody there when I drive by them. They're always empty.
Okay. It's because they're all inside.
I guess there's not a car in the parking lot.
Dude, they say it's hard for like the small guy to get in there because they're so freaking corporatized now, It's just like the Dollar Generals that take over all the small town, freaking mini marts and stuff like that or whatever.
I'll tell you this. The interesting story about this is when it first started to go.
They're all walkers. Toward Mary, that's so funny.
Walkers.
Nobody's parked in their driveway.
Yeah, they get off of the bus and walk over.
Yeah.
They when it first started going toward the medical route, one of the Ravens had retired, and he opened up like 4 medical stores in anticipation of them going full-fledged at some point in the near future.
Really?
So he's rocking and rolling with like 4 or 5 shops right now.
Good.
Yeah, they put it on the ballot here for like recreational use. I don't know if it will happen. I'll say my only piece on the weed thing forever is I don't care what you do. I don't want to smell it. Can everybody just eat it? If you want to, just eat it. No need to smoke it. Just eat it so I don't have to smell it. And then we're all good. Do whatever you want to.
Ever since I started voting in Florida in 2012 or something like that, I think was my first time voting here. They've been trying to pass it, dude. And like every time I tell them, I'm like, bro, there's too many old people here, dude. They don't want that shit. And then after the last time we voted on it, when we voted for everything else, I come walking out of the post office. I'm dropping off a whole freaking giant order, and there's a dude standing out there with a petition. And I'm like, bud, we just voted on this 2 minutes ago.
Redo.
2 minutes ago. I'm like, we can't, dude, 2 minutes ago we voted on this. I'm like, I'm not signing your petition, dude, sitting there freaking wasting my time, dude. The people already spoke. It is what it is, dude. Wait till next time. You know what I mean?
But do you have any T-shirts I could buy?
Yeah, dude. If you got some freaking T-shirts, I'll sign your petition, dude. You know what I mean? I hate walking around my neighborhood.
You got some vintage single stitch. We'll talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
Deb,
dude, the
burnout here in the DMV, we smell it everywhere all the time.
Yeah, we're still pretty kind of.
But you can't smoke a cigarette. I mean, if you smoke a cigarette outside, you're ostracized and the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know how we got off on all that.
Yeah, but do you want us?
I don't know.
Freaking Rob, you want to talk about burnout, or what's your take on it?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me? What's my take on it? I think it's easy for people to get burnout. I think it's
just trying to reel it back into the topic.
Yeah, I think it's easy for people to get burnt out if they don't have a love of it. If they don't have, I don't know what it would be that would get you to that point, though. I mean, I myself have gotten to a point where, but I just take like a week off.
Yeah, you missed a show this Saturday. That's why I thought you were talking about yourself.
But I
For a
did
little
one
bit.
during the week. I did one during the week. So I still have a show a week, whether it's on Thursday or Saturdays, different animal. And the only reason I took Saturday off is because my wife actually ended up with the whole week off. So, and you know, she's in retail, so as you know, Stephen, weekends off are
Pretty rare.
few and far between. Yeah, so
So
I'd rather spend Saturday night with my wife that I don't see that often than on Whatnot selling shit. So.
Oh, what a freaking great husband, dude.
yeah, you're gonna get some brownie points for that.
We all need great husbands.
Make sure you
like
fast.
Mike, you're just starting out. You need to take some notes because I got 32 in already, son.
Make sure
I know,
she
dude,
fast
that's what I'm
forwards
saying.
30 minutes into this podcast and get your brownie points.
Yeah. Make sure you cut that part so Amanda don't see it. She's like, "What do you mean? You're running shows. You're always, you're doing stuff, whatever." And I'm like, "Well, freaking, trying to freaking."
Yeah,
trying to make a
she
nickel.
strikes me as more of the eBay, Macari, Poshmark, Depop kind of person.
No
Whereas
doubt.
you are the perennial social butterfly, and Whatnot is your piece right there. You love that
For sure. Steven, what other than why did you quit? So there's gonna be two parts to this question, and it has to do with the whole burnout game. Why did you quit your traditional job to pursue this full time and put enough trust in it that you'd be able to provide for your family in a way that is, satisfactory to what they're accustomed to? You know what I mean? Like, why did you do that?
Walmart was a manager at Walmart is about 70 hours a week, and I broke it down to, whether that's around 100K a year, whatever the dollar amount was, and how I knew I could work 70 hours a week and make that money myself. And I was in one of the worst stores in our area, and they put, all of this is going to sound, they put the better people in the worst stores. I tried to get out of the worst store a couple of times, and I kind of wanted one of the easy ones that was kind of out in the country and I wanted to run that store. And I got passed over a couple of times, and I realized that and it happens in retail a lot. My wife's cousin just brought this up today. They promoted somebody in retail that hadn't even been a manager before. Instead of letting that manager go over and run this store or this department, because they would just rather promote this person. And anyways, they weren't going to let me have my easier way out, really. They were going to run me through the mill and burn me out where they had me, because they needed that talent there, and they were only going to promote me in that area to one of the harder stores to run as well. So I was they call it a store lead or a co-manager, whatever you want to call it at the time. There was the store manager, the store lead, co-manager. I did that in the Tulsa area. And so they were only going to give me another store that was in this area that was harder to run. And I saw it on the wall, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spend 3 or 4 more years, and they're not going to let me go do something and have an easier time. I wanted to scale back a little bit anyways, because I was making good money at reselling anyways. And I was like, and stepping back at Walmart is hard to do. It can be done, but it's not really, it's either up or out. It was up or out for me at that point, and I was out. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Well, see, for me, it makes total sense because my wife's in retail and she's been doing it for 30-some. Well, she's been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
But I've got 33 years, I guess, as a retail person. I'm a supporter. I'm a retail management supporter.
Yeah. And the time, the money is good in most retail jobs. Management, higher management in the store is pretty good. You can't really complain about it, but it's the time. And even if you have a day off, it is not a day off. You are constantly babysitting the entire operation, because when you get back, if something's wrong, it's your ass anyways. And so you're either going.
She spent her 4 days answering texts.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I get paid for it. I mean, print is a lot like retail. It's a grind you up. And I say specifically, the newspaper industry is a grind you up, spit you out industry. And I've seen so many people come and go, because it's a big machine, and it keeps grinding away, and it will just take you, kill you, and spit you out. So that's where I get the empathy watching what my wife goes through, and all the same stuff that you're talking about. She still goes through all that now. So that's I'm assuming that's why she said at 62 she's done.
Yeah, so I don't blame her. So that's why I'm gonna do anything to keep from going back to that life, and I probably never will. If I need to go back into finding a job, I will find something so low maintenance and the bar is low for me. I don't know. I'd rather sit at the weed shop, and I'll sit at the weed shop, and I'll shop eBay.
Sell gummies.
Sell gummies, and
Let me get you in a gummy. Let me get you into a gummy,
and I will find stuff to flip to make up anything that I need. But I probably will never go back to that grind.
So the second part of this is you started the flip game because you enjoyed it, right? Like, you didn't need the money at first. Like, you're working at Walmart, you're making $100,000, you're flipping on the side because it was fun, or obviously everybody likes the money, but why did you do it just in the very beginning when it was just a little part-time thing?
It was me and Mary got to hang out on the weekend and go to garage sales, and it was just fun.
Yeah. So when we talk about burnout, we talk about burnout, that's exactly what I think about it is, why did you start this in the first place? Right? Everybody, us three, right? Us three either work a job or have worked jobs that we don't necessarily love to death, right? I'm usually a little bit of an outlier when it comes to a lot of my friends, because I do really enjoy my job. But, a lot of my friends, they work the jobs because that's what pays the bills. You know what I mean? They're not waking up at 8 a.m. on Tuesday and saying, I'm so stoked that I got to go to work, right? So when we talk about burnout and why you're doing this as a side thing, as a weekend thing, as a full-time thing, right? Is because you hated whatever it was that you were doing. Or you're doing this as a hobby thing, and it's because you're enjoying doing it with Mary, or you're enjoying going out and meeting new people, or you're enjoying some other aspect of it other than just the money. Because you can also go and mow grass for money, or go and be a mechanic for money, or there's a lot of other things that you can do for money. Money is everywhere. But you're doing this specific thing because there's something that you like about it. So when I think about burnout and why do people burn out, is because you lose that. You lose the part that got you in anyway. You know what I mean? And you're so focused on things are getting so big, or you're putting so much effort into it, or whatever the case is, that you're losing why in the world either you started out as a side hustle that transitioned into a full-time, or you're still in the side hustle. You're just, you're making it too stressful for yourself, and you're losing out on all of the joy that it's brought you because you're just way too stressed out. And so what I always think about is, I'm like, why in the world, why do Amanda and I do it? Right? We don't necessarily need the money that comes in from it. Everybody loves it. Of course it's great. You wouldn't, would I do it for free? I don't know. Probably not. Right. But so you obviously enjoy that part, but why was it in the very first place that you did it? You know what I mean? It's because same thing. We like doing it together. There was a community that we found in it. You know what I mean? There was like all of these little things. It was stuff that kept us busy when we had downtime that we were kind of like, we don't really know exactly what to do right now. You know what I mean? And so like we got into this thing. And so somewhere down the line, I'm sure it'll get old, right? I'm sure it'll get old. And the hobby spot made a great point, which is one that I was going to make, is that if you sell in multiple different categories, you know, that was one of the things that we talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago was what is a practice that you do that kind of goes against the grain. And the one that I said was not being a niche seller. A lot of people out there, especially a lot of the big names, and you could be a niche seller, and there's no problem with that. But when you're not, you're able to go out and learn about everything. And you know what I mean? Like Amanda and I were just talking on the phone on my way home from training today about like she found these like 1930s like sidewalk brass things, and we were like, what in the world are these, right? And then we just learned about them. You know what I mean? That they were like advertisements for safety zones for schools, and it was just like cool. And it's like if you're only a certain seller, you're never going to learn that because you're only ever looking for this one thing. So you know, I do this a lot with my job when there's some aspects of it that I don't like. I always think about what did I do before this, right? Like I worked at Marshall's and I was a waiter for 8 years and I did door-to-door sales, right? And all these other things. And I just think how much I hated those jobs. You know what I mean? I absolutely hated those jobs so much. And so I'm like the little annoyances that come from either this hustle that you do or
right,
whatever it is,
or what you just said there is the answer to the question. And it's what keeps you going. And that kind of exercise you have is something you've built into you to help you stave off burnout, whether it's being a fireman or a side hustler. But I think in regards to what you're talking about, I find it's kind of 50-50 where you got the all and everything buyer seller or the niche seller. I think that's running about 50-50. And I think a lot of the things you said are correct. I think people get burnout a lot of times when they don't have something to push them through. They don't know how to take the time off for themselves. And B, they're not enjoying it anymore because they're not getting where they think they ought to be.
I think they don't. I think they get burnt out a lot of times because they don't remain balanced on everything that you have to do as a seller. And a lot of them get, whether it's their death pile that they don't keep on top of, and that takes control of them. And so they feel overwhelmed and then they're not selling as much because they're not listing as much or doing shows as much as they need to. And so they feel the weight of all that coming on top of them because,
you guys have heard me bitch about my death pile.
Yeah.
That's where I think I think also if that is an issue, you know, and I understand how it can definitely be overwhelming for sure, especially if you have, you know, an influx of inventory. Break it up into like little small goals. Like, you know, not walking into wherever you sell from, whether it's your house or a totally dedicated area, not your house. If you walk in there and it looks like mine right now is a total disaster. But if you break it up into small little goals, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to take these 10 things and I'm going to clean them and I'll take a picture of them and I'll list them. And if that's the only thing that I get done today, it's a W, right? Instead of walking in and looking at 100 things and being like, oh my God, there's, you know, 200 things, 300 things, whatever it is. And you're like, I'm never going to get through this 300 things, you know? And Amanda does a great job with me of like pulling the rein back from me because you guys saw with the U-Haul, right? Like I'm a do everything right now. You know what I mean? Like right this very second. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so she does a good job of pulling the reins and being like, hey, whoa, it doesn't all have to be done right this second. You know what I mean? Like you can spread that out over the course of however long you need. And, you know what I mean? And just not being overwhelmed by it. But I think just like getting back to why you started doing this and then just enjoying that part of it is, you know what I mean? Like all that other stuff doesn't mean anything. Like you know, you're doing it because Steven gets to spend more time at home with his kids and wife. You know what I mean? And like, those are the things that are important. You know what I mean? And whether you're working the same 10-hour day that you were, or 12-hour day, or whatever it was that you were at Walmart, but now you're working it at home, you're home. You know what I mean? Like, you're not missing baseball and moving your kid into college and stuff like that, you know? And I'm like, those are all the important things that people, you know, when they talk about burnout, it's like, dude, you know, you have to look at all of the awesome things that there are about it, and everything has a negative, you know? There's crappy parts to everything that you ever do, but the positives outweigh it so much more, you know? So just like trying to be positive about it is, I think, you know, a big thing. You know what I mean? And like, you see that a lot too on the Facebook groups. Everybody's complaining about, you know, people buying their t-shirts and wearing them to a concert and sending them back or whatever. And it's like, dude, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. Like, you're never going to stop that. And, you know, you see that I've been on 25 years and I'm quitting, and okay, like, then quit, you know? But it's like, you know, if you're worried about the 2 people per month, maybe, that wear your t-shirt to go see Morgan Wallen and send it back to you, and it's like, you're going to take a $10 loss or whatever, like, it's no big deal, you know? Like, it just is what it is. It's fine because you've had another 1,000 transactions that were totally fine, that you're not celebrating those.
I think also part of what happens, Mike, and this is why you're seeing stuff in the groups, is a lot of people don't have a built-in, you know, support group that understands this. You know, they may have a ton of friends, but they don't understand the reselling aspect of it. Like, we have each other, we chit chat back and forth all the time and bitch and moan about this and celebrate that, but not everybody has that other buddy that they can chat with on this level. Like, we can talk about reselling stuff. We can do this podcast, and everybody can come in here, and everybody that does come in here knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But there's a zillion people out there that don't have anybody that, you know, half their friends are probably like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. That's why I say find the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, find the community.
Well, some of them are finding it on those Facebook pages. Some of them are there for
which is good. But like, you know, and I understand that not everybody has the personality that I do, where we can go out and talk to people and it's no problem. I get that.
Jesus.
I get that. But like, everybody that's an eBay seller or whatever, they go to the bins or Goodwill or a flea market, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're not probably making a lot of friends at garage sales, but you're going to the thrifts or the flea markets. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably what everybody's doing. And it's like, there's a lot of people there are doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And just like,
sure,
you know, making friends through that is like, you know, dude, I've met some freaking super, like, it just, you know, in my, you know, we all met on the internet, which is completely fine. But like, in whatever you want to call it, real life or whatever, is, you know, I've met tons of people, and it's like, that's also what's fun too, because then you get to share what you find, what they find, you get to talk about it. Like, the community aspect of it is, you know, as good of a positive as anything, to keep you, like, sometimes I'll go out to the flea market and I'm like, dude, I don't even really feel like even going and digging through crap. You know what I mean? But like, I'll go out there because like my buddies are there, you know, like I'll go out there just to see what's up with them and, like, you know, hang out for a couple hours. So, you know, finding that community that you have within your local area, not just on the internet, but if you can find that community in your local area and have people that, you know, are into the same thing as you, right? Because this is just reselling is just one big thing. And if you can find people that are into the resale game like you are, then you have a whole, like, little support system right there, you know?
For sure. I do want to get, because DA Darren brought up a really important, and before I miss it.
Yeah, important for the season, right?
Yeah, he said, "Hi guys, sorry I'm late, but eBay is taking down NFL listings. They took down 98 of mine. Tried to appeal the system and just went down. Wiener nuts, fire truck, golf cart." We don't get to see the actual emojis. But anyways, that sounds terrible. I just checked my eBay account. I probably have more than 100 NFL hats listed. I haven't seen it yet. if anybody else has noticed that, and it might be some sweeps that they're doing before the big selling season starts.
There they are.
There you
There
go.
you go. There you go.
Wiener-
I haven't had any taken down, but oddly, I've had 2 this week dispute their payment, which doesn't affect me at all. But it's like I'm not sure I've ever had that, and I had like 2 this week dispute their payment, and yeah, I was like, okay, whatever.
Did not recognize the transaction.
Yeah, you're like, okay, sure. You're like you wrote me about it, but
Well,
that's interesting.
DA, keep us posted. Let me know if I would actually try to call them and see what's going on. Because who was I talking to about the AI glitch? I don't remember who I was talking to. I think I talked to them. They kept having almost all their hats taken down because they were mass uploading them, and there was some word or something, or they were listing them as unbranded. That's what it was. They were listing all these hats as unbranded and had too many unbranded hats when it was a polo hat for sure. It was a polo hat. And so they took down those listings of listing too many things as unbranded when it obviously had a brand, and AI was catching it and was taking down all their listings.
Really?
So I don't know if that has anything to do with that, DA. It's something to check. And if AI is catching your listings, you might double check the item specifics on those items and make sure that they're right. If it's a New Era hat, then label it New Era and make sure that those are right. But that's kind of scary.
Yeah, that is interesting. Did that appeal everyone on the email they sent me? Damn, 98 individual appeals.
Holy smokes!
That sounds horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, I would take all 98 things and run a NFL whatnot.
Or just relist them. Maybe would be even faster than trying to get even. If they say it's okay to list them, I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah, the hobby hobby spot said that the hunt is what keeps him going. If he's feeling burned out, he said finding rare items or finding new bolos. I've actually a number of the YouTube videos that I've seen that talk about burnout is one of the things that they hit on probably the most is when you're feeling burnt out, don't stop, going out trying to find that, like, those things that you enjoy finding. Because I mean, Steve,
a grail will get you back into it pretty quick.
Yeah. Like Steven has said that he doesn't love the sourcing as much as some of the other people. He's more of a lister or whatever. And, so I guess if you're on that side of the world, then maybe that won't work out great. But I love going out.
You know what? Shit. Switch it up and have a friend go with you.
Yeah.
Make a day of it.
Yep. Go to new places. I don't know. There's so many things. Like,
there's a lot you can do. Like my wife and I, a month ago, I told you guys about this. She got the weekend off. She had like 5 days off, or something like that. She's like, let's do. Oh, it was the 4th of July week. We were both off for the whole week. She's like, you know what? Let's go down to the beach and we'll thrift all the way there and we'll thrift all the way back. And I laid out a map all the way to the beach along this highway. We went, we ate, we saw the beach, and we went back on a different highway.
Yeah, dude, like to me, that's super fun,
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Yeah, like there's all kinds of ways to, to stop your burnout, and I think everything is ebbs and flows anyway. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be super in love with this for a while, and then it'll kind of be maybe a little more cumbersome, and then you'll fall back in love with it for a while, and
Well, I think you're hitting on exactly what I was just getting ready to say. I think the biggest part of it is recognizing the onset of potential burnout, where you're just you're just grinding. Now you're just, there's nothing enjoyable. You're just grinding away, and you're like in that proverbial tunnel, seeing that light so far away, you don't know if you're ever going to reach the end. And I think you have to kind of recognize that in yourself and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to take a break for a minute. Let me take a couple days off, take a few days, take a long weekend, and I'll get back at it. Or maybe take a week off, take 2 weeks off. Whatever it is that you need to get you back in the motion.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, I know for me, even though I'm not, I don't have a lick of burnout right now. I'm balls to the wall. But I know for me, if I don't even try to go out and source for a couple of days, I'm like, dude, I'm going crazy. You know, I'm like, dude, this is the worst thing ever. Like, you know,
like
especially on these
animal days.
You should have seen the sizes of the boxes that came to my house today. You wouldn't want to leave your house for ever. There's
really?
1,200 items probably.
Did they look like this?
Yeah, they're bigger than that. But I got a shitload of hats this week. I got 600 hats, 600 earbuds, and I'm just like, I mean, I want to go. I going to the bins is still fun, but it's just like it's stressful to think about. And
because you have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Mary went to Goodwill today. She picked up some really cool work boots, probably worth $80 to $100, and some other stuff. But you know, I mean, there's $80 to $100 in there, and then boxes.
I really have no idea what's in here.
I think it's time.
Okay, Raiders, it's everybody's favorite time. It's time to play Rank It.
All right, it took me a while to figure out this week's Rank It, but let's think of it is along the lines of sourcing and kind of what you were doing today, online arbitrage. How would you rank these places to doing online arbitrage? I think I know your answers, but I'm not exactly sure. Would you go, is Whatnot your number one? Would you rather go to like stores website clearance or eBay sniping? As far as online arbitrage, what is your go-to to get goods?
For me, it's Whatnot. Whatnot, and then this. I'd say this. I'm gonna put the sales to the store sales too, and then I'd go to eBay last.
Marshall, what's up, dude? Definitely Whatnot, because I gotta be honest with you, I've never really sniped anything from eBay that I can think of. Not
really?
Not like a singular item or something that I came across that was like severely underpriced but to be honest with you, I don't like surf eBay at all, you know? I go on there to list and to like look up comps or whatever, but I don't like, you know, even if it's something that I want, like I don't really go on there and like turn on the notifications for, you know, people listing that or whatever. I mean, shit, I've been sniped a bunch of times, but you know, like and I've never one time ever bought anything from an actual retail store, even in-person retail store, and ever sold it on the internet. So it was you know, I would have no clue. I've only ever bought from Whatnot and sold it, and so that has to be my number one.
Yeah, there are people that their entire business is sniping stuff on Whatnot and then flipping it on Instagram or back to eBay or whatever. I think it's hard to go eBay to eBay. I mean, a lot of customers are savvy now and they know how much it's sold for in the past. But sometimes it works. But yeah, I'm definitely Whatnot number one for any online arbitrage. Yeah. If I'm trying to find hats, it's much better to try to find somebody's show to sit in, and you can and you only get what you want. You only get exactly what you want, and you're not buying like big lots of stuff. Is the other way.
Like I flipped a that $450 friggin' Minnesota Vikings big logo hat was a Whatnot thing to eBay. and that sold like, but literally immediately. Like immediately.
How much did you get it for on Whatnot?
I think I'm pretty sure I paid $17 for it. And if I paid more for it, it wasn't much more, but $17 is always the number that pops in my head. And it was one of those, couple people were in there or whatever. And it was just like, Adidas hats and, just like random kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden they just pulled out this wool, the game, big logo Minnesota Vikings. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, and frankly, I didn't know it was a $450 hat. I knew it was a couple $200 or something like that. But I didn't know that it was, that's the only time I've ever canceled, as well on eBay.
Yeah.
It sold and I was like, what in the world, dude? I freaking canceled it, dude. And
I have such PTSD on a big logo hat on Whatnot though. This dude canceled on me on a San Francisco 49ers big logo hat that we agreed on $35 for on Whatnot. And I guess he figured out how much it was really worth. But he had a vintage shop and I don't know how he didn't know what he had there.
Yeah.
But
mine was like, it wasn't as like, evil or whatever. I was trading that hat for a Jaguars big logo hat with another guy on eBay. I had wrote him and I said, hey, I said, hey, are you interested in any trades? His was the big logo Jags was like $200, $250, something like that. Right. And I said, hey, are you interested in any trades? And I had that Michigan big logo hat and I had that Vikings big logo hat. And he said, well, what do you want to trade? So I sent him those pictures and he said, I want the Viking. So I said, and I was like, I don't know the guy. He's just an eBay guy. So I said, hey, I'll list mine for the exact same price as yours. And we're going to take a couple $1 hit, right? Because of the fees, but I'll buy yours, you buy mine. Right. And we'll just take the $10 hit or whatever. And that way we know that we're going to get. And when I listed that hat for $250, it sold before I could go back to the messages to say, hey, it's listed, go and buy it. And so I'm like, what in the world? And it was a different name. So I wrote him, I said, hey, dude, did you buy this hat like on a different account? And he was like, no. And I'm like, no, there's no way that somebody bought that in, I'm not lying, 20 seconds. It was that fast. And he was like, dude. And so I wrote the guy that bought it and I said, hey, man, I said, this really, I know it was for sale, but like, it really wasn't for sale. It was just it was a trade, And so I canceled it and he writes me this long thing. He's like, dude, this is my dream hat. It's the only I've ever wanted. Like my dad
broke his heart.
Dude broke his heart. And so, and then another guy messages me, a third guy, totally separate, messages me and goes, dude, did you already sell or did you already ship this hat? If you didn't, please cancel it. I'll pay you double. I swear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what is going on? I'm like, I'm freaking out. So I'm like, dude, whatever. So I listed the hat for $450. And I wrote all three of them. I said, hey, it's up there for $450. Whoever wants it, buy it. And then boom, immediately gone. $450. It was insane. It was like, I was like, bro, this is crazy.
The game, that is crazy. I've canceled a couple of times because I obviously priced something wrong and I priced everything a flat $18 is the price that's in there. And there's a few times that has happened where I've obviously just put the wrong hat, the wrong price on it, and they sniped it. But you can't do it very often. You have to sell enough items and have enough reputation. Don't take that as go out and do that because
don't have 100 solds and then you're out there canceling stuff. You got to get your solds way up before you do anything like that. And like truthfully, if you we've all undersold a lot of things, I'm sure. And 99.99999% of the time, just I just take it. That was the only time that I've ever canceled something. And originally it was because it was just for that trade. Like it was, and that just ended up how it ended up working out. I was completely mind blown by it. But for whatever reason, that specific hat, and like the guy got it, and like there's never a return. It was just insane. It's just a crazy.
Yeah. Did you buy the Jags hat?
No, hell no. I was just like, afterwards, the guy was so mad at me, and I was like, dude, I totally get. I would be mad too. I was like, I totally understand why you're pissed. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not even pissed that you're pissed, but I just ended up, I just ended up not even buying the Jags hat and just. Also, the Jags big logo, dude, is such an ugly hat. It is just like it's just a poor. It's just an ugly hat, But
you know what I'm stoked about? I'm retiring from customer service. Have you seen? Well, Mary is the best customer service that we have here, and I'm retiring. Things would go so much smoother if I just wouldn't answer the messages anyways and let her do them all. But eBay also has AI now. Like it will answer an AI like for you. And of course, the 2 instances that it's come up now and I wanted to answer, it was completely ridiculous. This guy asked, what's the battery life on these earbuds? And it gave this number like 14,000 hours to send back to this guy. And I think it was actually 14 hours is what it was. So if I would have let eBay's AI do that, the customer would have definitely helped me to 14,000 hours.
Yeah.
Like a lifetime.
Yeah. Let me know
you
when
never
you reach
have
the
to
end.
charge them. Yeah, dude.
It also had a good one though. It was like I listed this hat. It was one size, and this person asked me to measure it, and its comeback was this hat is listed as one size. It means one size fits all.
Yeah.
And so there you go.
50-50, huh?
Yeah, I never measure hats.
No.
I don't. I never do it. I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Not me. I won't do better.
All right, that was rank it. Are you ready to? Are we ready to Bolo?
Oh hell, we still got
dude.
Bolos. Let's go.
I have some good ones, dude.
Did you get mine?
What happened to your mic?
My mic's fine.
Oh, there it is. Cool.
You're the one that can't hear.
Yeah, dude. Oh, is it playing right now?
No.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear it.
I need a better fader. I need a better fader outer here.
Fader outer.
Oh, whatever that is. All right, there you go. Let's see it fired up.
Okay.
You've been bragging.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Let's go.
Here's one that we just sold today. It's probably only been listed for, I don't know, a couple days maybe. But this is a, pull up the whole thing. This is a Navajo silver turquoise, and then that claw right there that you see on it is a bear claw from the 1960s. Just, I'm sure all of you know that belt buckles are like ties. There's not a ton of them that are going to be worth a lot of money. I got this one. This is a kind of a close-up shot of like what the actual belt buckle looks like.
Yeah.
I got this one at an estate sale that I went to. I think it was the one that I texted you guys, and I sent you the picture of my truck that was smack full. I went to an estate sale at 3:30 p.m. Last Friday, and I was the only guy that was there, and this was hanging up. I bought 100 pieces of clothing, I think, 2 belt buckles and some other stuff. I spent $100 total on everything, and we had it listed for $200. The ones that were like it were listed for $200, but every single one of them was sold on best offer. So the guy sent us a offer for $150, so we just took it. And so I looked up, Amanda took pictures and listed this, so I didn't really know. I didn't know about it when I bought it. It was just, I thought it was cool, so I picked it up. And so if you find belt buckles, turquoise ones are good for sure. If you find one with a freaking bear claw in it though, dude, they're over $100 every single time. They're like some if they're like really like the design's real crazy on them or whatever, there's some that are freaking sold for $280, $350, just depending on the sign, but it has the actual bear claw like a bear's claw in it. And so yeah, I thought that one was really cool.
Bear claw belt buckles.
Yeah, the bear claw belt buckle I thought was pretty awesome. I wanted to show you guys this game as well. Somebody bought it and then canceled, but it'll sell like pretty fast. This is I got this one from the flea market last weekend. This is a GameCube called Ultimate Muscle. The Legends versus New. It's 2003 GameCube game. So this one that I got, it's gonna be kind of hard to see on the. Can you see like the top artwork or whatever? Is it the disc itself is not cracked? It's the the top artwork or whatever. And I don't know all that much about games. So I have it listed for $60. Somebody already bought it and then they end up canceling it. It'll probably end up selling for like $50. But I wanted to show you guys the like if you find this and they're not damaged at all, it's an incredible game to find. Like literally incredible game. These are all the listeds. The solds are going to be basically the same. Like there's the sell-through rate on it is over 100% as well. So if you find this game, it's just, a really good game to find. Right now there's 31 of them listed and there is 38 of them sold. So you got over 100%. And if you can find it complete, it's like $150 game. If you find it in crazy good shape, it's $200 game. So yeah.
What's the name of it again?
That it is called, it is from GameCube. It's called Ultimate Muscle Legends versus New Generation. And yeah, so like all of the complete ones that are in good shape are selling for 150 plus basically. And the sell-through rate is like insanely good. So I have mine listed at $60 because I don't even know if it works. I don't have a GameCube. And all of that stuff is in the descriptions and everything like that. So somebody that is a game person might be able to fix it, or it might work. Who knows?
Did you and Rob hook up? Because I think he's got some video game-ish stuff on his too.
Dude, I hope.
No,
dude.
These are vintage video game shirts.
Yep.
As you can see, depending on the game and the age of the shirt, it's going to be just astronomical prices. I mean, it's it's getting up there with your Red Hot Chili Pepper shirt.
Shit. Well, you need to sell about 20 of those. But yes,
I know. Point being, though, is don't overlook them. Take a look at them when you see them. It may not be anything, but you might just come across that one that is the one.
I felt like you've sold that one, Mike.
I have. Yeah, I have.
The Halo?
I have. I will add to this as well for people that might not know vintage, that well, is that if you see that Halo 3 shirt, right, that's 2007. If you find a video game promo tee or a hoodie or whatever it is, or a hat, it doesn't always have to be the crazy, like the oldest thing in the world. It doesn't always have to be from the 90s or the 80s. There's some game tees that are even in the 2010s that sell for those like $60, $70, $80, $100. So they don't always have to be super old.
You get the short run promo stuff and it just escalates the value.
Yeah. Anytime
there's so few of them at that point.
Yeah. Anytime that I find them, I always take and look them up if it has a game on them. Some of them are more mass produced than others, but even if they have printed tags, I'll still look them up because it could be a Comic-Con exclusive, or it could, there could be some kind of exclusivity to it. Even if it's a newer shirt, doesn't always have to be the oldest.
There's a lot of reasons to look at those shirts.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
And then the second one, something I think most of us have heard about, at least the three of us have, Holderness and Bourne shirts. We're back into my bread and butter where you got the golf polo shirts. Not so great on Whatnot, but I will tell you this is a solid seller on eBay, and you see that's your average price. You're looking 35 to 80, depending on what it is. That BCC is a hell of a golf course. It's the
Rob,
Bethesda Country Club.
Can you talk at all about doing your research as to the golf course or the tournament that's on the chest and what that does to the value of these shirts?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have the average everyday golf course. Every golf course has merchandise. Your every average golf course, like the one I'm wearing right here, Oak Creek. It's a good looking logo right there. But it's a $65 golf course, public course down the street in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. It's not that one that you just saw, the H&B one from BCC. That's Bethesda Chevy Chase Country Club. Or is that the Baltimore Country Club? Let me think about that. That's the Baltimore Country Club, which is one of the most exclusive in the United States. It's one of those golf courses that has, like, say, for instance, this week, the PGA is playing at a course out here in Baltimore called Caves Valley. And Caves Valley is like Baltimore Country Club. They have not just a local group of people that belong to it, but they are a national membership. Kind of like Augusta National, where you don't just live there in town or the state, but these people come from all over the country. And then as part of being a national country club, you have reciprocal rights to play at different courses. So it's like a national chain. But then you get to your older golf courses that have so much history to them. Like out here we have Avenel Country Club, and that's been hosting courses forever. I can't. Why am I drawing a blank on the biggest one here? Anyway, the one that's down the street from me, it's just north of Washington, D.C. We have probably 5 of the biggest golf courses in the United States that are history. They just have so much history to them. And the exclusivity and things that happen at them raise their value. Like you get Torrey Pines. I mean, that's where Tiger Woods, there's one called Pumpkin Ridge. Tiger Woods did his famous come from behind win for his 3rd national U.S. amateur win. And that adds to the lore. I mean, stuff like that just creates such, value added to it.
Yeah. So when you guys are out looking for things and you come across the golf polos, you don't always just want to type in Holderness and Bourne men's large polo, and it's going to pull up a whole bunch, and then you're going to see a bunch of $25 things. Sometimes you're going to have to Google image search those, the logos or the golf courses that are on there, or the tournaments that are on there, and then add that into your research, because you could have a $20 thing that you're not going to pick up, and it could end up being a $100 thing that you definitely want to pick up just because of the embroidery on the front of it. It means the world.
Yeah, there's some of them that have a logo that's like this big, and it's very innocuous. You wouldn't understand what it is. So if you Google Lens it, a lot of times you need to add in a descriptor of like golf course logo. Sometimes they'll have a date, put that in as founded in 1912.
I can't figure out what this one is.
I can't see it.
Looks like an N or an H.
Yeah, that looks like a company logo.
I can't figure out what that is.
I think it's
Congressional is like one of the biggest ones we have out here in Montgomery County. And that goes all the way back to like in the 70s. They had one of the best U.S. Open finishes there. It was like 120 degrees or some shit. The winner came in and just basically passed out after the round.
Yeah. Yeah, those mean a lot. So be on the lookout.
I just got a ton of golf hats in as well.
You can wholesale them to me.
Can I? Check out some of these. That's a good one.
Is that
Mariana? Mariana.
Did it say Hellboy?
It said Mallory Hill, I think. I had a couple. Oh, there's Torrey Pines.
Torrey Pines, yeah.
Torrey Pines and another Torrey Pines. Check out that one, Torrey Pines.
Yeah.
And check out that. I just got a ton.
Oh, yeah. Arnie.
Yeah.
When's this
This
show?
is Southern Hills is next to me. I come across PGA Southern Hills stuff all the time. Oh, check out this corduroy Travis Matthew.
Dude, good one.
Oh, I just got one of those.
Oh, melon. Can't beat a melon hat.
I got like 6 of them sitting downstairs.
Which ones?
The melon.
Check out this. It's in bad shape, but this is the kind of stuff where you just don't know. You might get $10 for it, or you might get $50 for it for the London Country Club or Loudon. Oh, it's Loudon, isn't it? It's not London. Oh,
no,
I thought it was London. Anyways, it's probably $10.
Yeah. So we have a.
This one's good. Stream Song. I learned that Stream Song.
Yeah, I got a shirt to go with that.
It's usually a $40 golf hat, and you just kind of pick up which courses. Like I know Stream Song now. I've been burnt on it before and sold it for like $15 in 2 seconds, but I know that I can get $40 for it if I just hang on to it for a little bit longer.
That Loudon Country Club's in New Hampshire.
Ah. All right, more bolos. I got to get to. Okay, so we talked about going to the bins. I was going to give like some bolos for. Shoes are always hard to find at the bins. I mean, everybody goes for shoes, but it's really there's a brand of shoes and a type of shoes that everybody always passes over, but they always sell for $30 to $50, and you can find them almost every single time you go into the bins, and they're just laying there, and nobody ever picks them up. And they are these hiking shoes, Merrill hiking boots.
Are they Merrill's?
Yeah, they're always just sitting. Nobody ever seems to pick these up, and I'll pick them up every single time. These sold for $31. The other ones sold for $38. Buy them for $2 at the bins, and so that's what I wanted to give everybody a heads up about at the bins. Everybody always goes for the Nikes that usually sell between the same price, $30 to $50, and everybody's fighting over those, and I just pick these up and make the same money in about the same amount of time.
They're good shoes.
Yeah, they took like
pair.
7 days to sell on both of these pair. So I wanted to give everybody that because it's kind of one of those bins things that you just always see them, and you can always depend on them being there at the bins, and it's just easy money. I also have the video game too. I set the market on the Metroid hat. This hat, DA, appreciate the $5 shout out.
Yes.
Oh, damn. DA. Hell yeah,
DA.
Dude. My man.
Thank you, DA. Glad we could
We going to Sizzler. We going to Sizzler, boys.
That's right.
Glad we could keep you positive. Keep your head down. You'll be fine. I've sold, so this Metroid hat was sold out on the website, and this is what we were talking about with this video game stuff, right? This isn't even that old.
Video game.
Yeah, but this hat in particular is only like 3 or 4 years old. But it was just a limited edition made, and not everything has to be like super vintage, but it is a vintage type brand. And I went with the $99, my $99 theory. I priced it for that. I got some $40 offers, $50 offer. Finally made it to $60 and took it on this Metroid hat. And there wasn't one out there. I had to make the comp. I think I made the comp on like 3 of these hats that I'm going to show you. And you got to go for it sometimes. You got to make your own comp sometimes when it's not out there. You got to know when you have something that isn't like everything else. We talked about this hat last week. This brand right here. It was even
very good.
Yeah. Most of them are $30 when you get the basic ones. This one was like Boston, though. The Boston, and it was specific, and nobody else had a Boston one out there. And so I said, I'm going to ask twice as much. I want $60 for this one because it's super cool and nobody else has it, and all the regular ones sell for $30. So I want 50, and it sold pretty quick. This one took a little bit longer, maybe a month, but because I had it priced up good. And what else? Set the market on. Oh, no, I didn't set the market on. Maybe I did. Hell, who knows? I sold something on Whatnot. Look at this. $60 Nike SB. We talked about it last week too. Sold on Whatnot for $60. My second sell on Whatnot.
Wow.
Super pumped. This was this reversible Nike SB was crazy. This mouse right here. It's not Mickey Mouse. It may be like, I don't know what that mouse is, but
Mighty Mouse.
Is it Mighty Mouse? Should I put Mighty Mouse in the title? Maybe I got more. I don't know, but it was really cool. I couldn't find it anywhere else. Nike SB, stop underpricing that stuff. I see it all the time sold for $20 on those. And I think I got one more. What else did I have? Oh, this one's another one. It's only 2017, but you just got to know this Selena stuff. These
Selena
women
stuff flies.
This is going to sound sexist probably, but these women sit around and watch this Selena show about, and then they start crying and they go on eBay and they'll pay you $50 for this hat right here.
It's a movie.
It's a movie, Mary said.
Thank God for women.
Yes. But anyways, look out for the Selena stuff. It's really good. And it's pretty short supply on most of it, and you can mark it up pretty good too. Selena is it's a great story if you haven't seen it, if you don't know about the Selena story.
But I'm one that doesn't know about the Selena story.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty sad. It's a really sad deal.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sad movie guy.
Well, Google it and get back to me, and I'll see some tears in your eyes.
Do the cliff notes. You'll be all right.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all the Bolos. We had a question that I wanted to get back to.
What is high bid?
That's what it was.
Hobby asked it. I don't know what that is, frankly.
I might be able to share it. It's like a highbid.com. Highbid
Spoiler alert, Mary. Spoiler alert.
Did she give it away? What happened?
Mary just dropped a bomb, dude.
Oh, she gave. There you go.
For all the dudes in here that are definitely going to watch that chick flick. Wow.
Thanks, Mary.
Thanks, Mary.
This is Highbid. It's just this auction site. You can go on here. You can buy everything from land to is that a Corvette? It says it's a Corvette. It's a Kubota tractor. You can buy anything. I'm pretty sure you can get vintage hats.
Really?
Mike's already looking it up.
Look, right here, Dick Tracy hats right here, $1 for Dick Tracy hats.
What'd you call him?
Dick Tracy? Oh, if you press the under on the F-bombs, you would have won. So anyways, that's high bid. It's basically like a
We're not done yet.
Whatnot auction site or an eBay auction site. But they do their own stuff. How do I get this back off the screen? There you go. That's high bid. I've used it like once for vintage hats, and all the vintage hats that I got, they only show like the pictures aren't very good. They're not held to a very high standard on item as described. So all the bills were busted. I've had some bad instances with high bid, but usually you get pretty cheap stuff.
Is the shipping a killer on there or no?
Not usually. It's not that bad.
Mike, you're on there right now. Tell us.
No, I was scrolling back up through the comments, seeing if anybody else had anything.
Was there anything else?
Mm-mm,
Mary, did
not
you
that
get
I
all the
saw.
names? Is everybody typed into the chat? Because
Yeah,
it's
dude.
about time.
Everybody got to get in the chat for the freaking 3D printed drink carrier with the accessory.
I'm in there.
Yeah, dude. Why can't I be in there?
I am taking his name out. If
In
it's in there.
there. Wow, dude. That's honestly hate. I can't even be in there. It's hate. Where's Manda? Manda didn't type in the chat today, so she can't win it for me.
All right. Anybody last call to get into the giveaway.
How many people are in there right now? What is there? It's probably got
11.
like 11. Listen, this is a good selling point on the membership thing too, right? So you have
real.
we basically have had like anywhere from like 8 people to maybe 11 or 12 people in the giveaways. So if you think about it, if you pay $1.99, right, and you're not even here, and you have a 1 in 11 shot to win an item, usually that's going to be at the $20 mark or more, then it's like you got 10 months for free, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're going to win one of those 10 times for
And
sure.
you're going to get
Unless you're
coolest.
Logic.
Yeah.
And then the other side of that is, if you are here, you get an extra.
Oh, you do get an extra. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You double up.
Yeah. Double up, man.
All right, guys. We appreciate all the members. Make sure you check the end of the video and connect with the members that we have. So let's go to the wheel and see who's going to win.
I'm absolutely freaking. I'm so stoked right now. I gotta stand up. I gotta stand up, dude. I gotta crouch over.
I shared screen twice, so I had to figure it out. All right,
All
are
right.
we there? There's
All right, dude.
We are shuffling.
Oh, Mike, you did take my name off.
Yeah, dude. Of course. This guy doesn't even love us. All right.
Dude.
Oh, who's it gonna be? DA.
Oh, it's Donnie.
It's Donnie.
Oh, DA. I'm sorry, Donnie. I was pulling for DA since he had such a bad day, but
I was.
I am glad. I'm glad Donnie got it too.
Hasn't Donnie won before?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Donnie, dude.
Donnie is
incredible.
always here, so that is awesome.
Incredible, great winner for sure. Absolutely great winner.
Here.
All right, when you listen, if you're not here, Donnie, when you listen to this back, I need you to post yourself at McDonald's picking up the whole family. Some Sonic.
He wasn't.
Go get some
First time?
44s. First time, long time.
Dude, that's so
there
sick.
He is.
That is so sick.
Good to see you, Donnie. You're gonna love that. It's practical.
That's the advantage of being a member. He had 2 spots on the wheel.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he did, dude. That's what I'm talking about. 2 and 11 shot, pretty good odds.
$1.99 paid for itself tonight. Donnie.
Yep.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yep.
I even know his address.
Our brother from a different South Alabama mother, dude. So I'm talking about.
For sure.
What a beast.
All right, guys. We appreciate you hanging out tonight. Catch us next week when we talk all things from whatnot to eBay. We'll see ya.
See ya.
Peace.